me broken so I can be healed. 'Cause I'm so calloused and now I can't feel. I want to run to you with heart wide open. Make me broken. Make me empty so I can be filled. 'Cause I'm still holding onto my will. And I'm completed when you are with me. Make me empty till you are my one desire, till you are my one true love, till you are my breath, my everything. Lord, please keep making me. Make me lonely so I can be yours, till I want no one more than you, Lord. 'Cause in the darkness, I know you will hold me. Make me lonely till you are my one desire, till you are my one true love, till you are my breath, my everything. Lord, please keep making me. Till you are my one desire, till you are my one true love, till you are my breath, my everything. Lord, please keep making. I know you'll keep making. Lord, please keep making me.
Hey everyone, I'm Jen Mayer, and this week in his message, Father Mike talked about how God uses other people to grow our faith. And I want to dive into that a little bit and start by asking the question, do you remember as a kid that your mom or dad were concerned about whether or not your friends were a good influence? And I'm going to presume you do because that seems like such a universal parent concern. And it's an interesting question to ask as an adult because I'm assuming as an adult, you're able to recognize when people are not a great influence in your life more ably than children. And so I presume that you wouldn't actually really put people in your life who are not a great influence, or at least you wouldn't give them very much space. But the flip side of that is, do you intentionally seek out people who are meant to be a good influence? And I specifically want to narrow our focus down not to just good person, but to people that are a good influence in terms of your faith life, your ability to trust God, your daily spiritual practices, that kind of aspect of your life. Because it's really helpful to have people who have either walked the path before us or walking alongside us to help us get somewhere. So, quick example. When I was in my 20s, I knew a woman that I worked with, and one day she came bouncing into my office. She was very high energy and told me proudly that she had ridden her bike 70 miles that weekend. And my jaw kind of hit the floor, and it was a twofold reaction. So the first was, why? Why would you want to ride 70 miles? That sounds boring. And the second was, really? Like a body can go 70 miles? Like that seems like like incomprehensible to me that you could do, like that's an hour car, that's over an hour in a car. Like a body can do that. So it turns out I was wrong on both counts, that it can be fun, and yes, a body can go much, much further than that. So you jump forward, and I didn't pay much attention to it until a couple years later when I decided that I needed to exercise. And after kind of systematically going through forms of exercise, I found that riding my bike was probably the least objectionable way to exercise. And so I started riding. And the thought of that woman would periodically come back in my head. And, I got a little computer to measure how far I was riding. And I slowly started getting to the point where I could ride 20 or 25 miles without too much difficulty. It was a, nice Saturday. I lived in Virginia. I'd ride down to the monuments, put my bike on the metro, go back up the hill on the metro, and then ride the last couple miles home as cool down. Um, But then somebody asked me if I would ride in a charity ride. And so that was a little bit of a further distance. And so that required some training. And then, like, the person who asked me was actually in much worse shape. So then we were riding together. And so over time, like, my skills got better. And as we did this, we met other people who were good at biking and, like, learned things and progressed. And, all of a sudden I was setting the goal of I wanted to ride my age. And I was in my early 40s. So I was aiming at 40 some odd miles. And I managed to do that. And, kind of a goal to keep that up as I get older. But I would have never gotten there without somebody to like suggest it was possible and other people to walk with me. And so that's my point spiritually is we don't grow without putting ourselves near people who are like ahead of us to call us to what's possible and then more or less at our level to progress with us. Because when we surround ourselves with people who are more or less at our level, we push each other in ways that we don't expect. Somebody, hey, I was reading this article. Hey, I got this new gadget. Oh, look at, I got a water bottle and it's insulated, so my water's not always hot, or, whatever it is, we learn and grow together. So I would encourage you to think about who are the people in your life who could be those spiritual friends with you. And if you're not in a small group, I would, certainly I would encourage you to join a small group because yay, small groups. Um, but also to just reach out to people you know from church, from your family, and just start talking about this stuff. Um, if are there people that are reading the Gospel of Matthew? Hey, are you keeping up? Oh no, I actually fell behind. Oh well, the weekend's coming, maybe I'll catch up. And then to think about intentionally, um, what would you like your faith life to look like in 5 years or in 10 years? Is it a sense of you want to trust God more, or do you want to have a more disciplined spiritual practice, or do you want to take what you've had and give it back to others? There's lots of areas where you can set spiritual goals that are not weird. So those are my thoughts for today. Who are the people in your life, and then how can you be intentional about moving forward?